Hello there. Good evening. So, I'm in the house, bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored. I'm sure y'all bored in the house, and y'all in the house bored too, because it's kind of global right now. So I don't care where you at. You could be in Puerto Rico, Mexico, Africa, St. Louis. You in the house. And because we're all in the house and we're all bored, I said this is a perfect time to come on here and do a Q&A. At least I think it would be a good time. We'll find out whether I was correct or not, right? But people have been asking me, why don't you do Q&A? Why don't you do Q&A? And I said, this is a perfect time to do it. You right here with me? Well, I'm glad you are, J. Marcus. I need you right now. I can't do Q&A by myself. So, yeah. This was like the most boring day I think I've had since the beginning of the corona situation. What's up, James Jones? The most boring day. I got some things accomplished for sure. This has definitely been a productive, you know, quarantine, if you can put it in that way. It's been a productive time. I put it like that because I don't want it to sound like a productive quarantine as if there will be another one. Let this be the first and the last. Oh, make sure y'all go like, comment, and subscribe. You gotta get my wording down. Like, comment, subscribe. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who's that? What up, Rakes? Excuse me, Raquel Williams. What's up, Christina Valencia? What is my opinion on 5G? I haven't like researched this enough. Somebody sent something to my phone earlier today involving there being some connection between 5G and coronavirus. However, when I initially heard that, it sounded way too conspiracy theory-ish for me to indulge. So I didn't really entertain it. So maybe I'll go back and I'll read whatever that was sent to me if you say that it's worth me paying attention to. Is that what you're saying? That it's worth me going back and reading? Or is this some conspiracy theory shit? Okay. Real cabin fever and I'm working from home. That's from Bo. Listen, it is serious. So serious. I feel like I've been doing a decent job in general. It's been annoying. It's been, a little stir crazy, but I've been surviving. Like I've been figuring it out. Today just felt long. Like it felt long as hell. So, yeah. I get the cabin fever situation, my brother. I was passing the time with TikTok, but they said the app was taking. They text me that shit to my phone too. I got a text message about TikTok. I went and deleted the app. Granted, I haven't used the app to make any TikToks. Um, I'm kind of late behind the curve, but I did have the application on my phone. So I deleted it. I ended up deleting it. But again, I don't know how true that one was, but I actually read that article, and after reading it, I was like, better safe than sorry. Ain't like I'm using the app anyway. What up, John Stevens? I love to hear you and Todrick Hall collaborate. Would you consider it? Of course I would. I'm all for working with my LGBT kinfolk, you know? Absolutely. Hey, sweetie, you said my name. How are you, love? Yes, I did, Christina. And I am great. How you doing? How are you? What's up, Trey? What up, KC? All right, folks. Well, if we're gonna do Q&A, this is a perfect time as any to give me any questions you have. Don't you ask them all at once, but anything you want to know. I'm here right now. I'm here now. So what's up? What's up, Steph? Or Step Mauer? What up, Stacy? The dog is with a friend of mine, her other owner, who is a breeder. So he is caring for all the baby pups and making sure everybody is, growing properly and healthy and doesn't need any specific attention. Because I'm not as well versed, obviously, as a breeder would be in caring for puppies. So he's handling that. So what I've been doing is I've been going to see her during like the day. Most days, maybe 4 days out the week. I also will work out over where she is because my friend has some workout equipment, so that helps. All right, I seen a question. Let me see. Um, oh, well, that one connected. How have you been working out? I've been working out at my homies. I've been working out outside, and that's pretty much it. At first, my complex gym was still open. They said it was closed. They had a sign on the door. Excuse me, but it wasn't locked for like the first week. But as of Tuesday, when I went in there to go, well, went to go in there, it was locked and I was salty. So since then, I've either been working out outside or I have been working out. Like on leg days, I'll try to do some leg day stuff outside, like some sprinting and, different calisthenics, box jumps and lunges and all some plyometric stuff. I'll do all that outside. And then I'll go do, like upper body on the weight rack. He has like a bench that can go to incline and flat and all those different things. So I'll do a bunch of variations of bench pressing to do chest and do like dumbbell flies and all around the world, stuff that doesn't require equipment. So if anybody knows or does not know what any of those things are and is curious as to what they were because it could help them, you should probably go back in this video and Google search those words I said. All around the world's pec fly, dumbbell fly specifically. Then just wide grip push-ups, close grip push-ups, regular width push-ups, then take it to an incline, do some wide, close variations there, different ways, just, why you got to keep it simple, make it complex, Hope that was helpful. All right, let's see. All right, we getting some questions. I'm liking this. All right. Who do you got a crush on? This is from Raki. Who do I have a crush on? A crush? Beats me, bucko. I don't have a crush on anybody, I don't think. Not a real crush. Nah, I don't have no crushes right now. Sorry. I wish I could have gave you something a little more juicy, been like hiding some real answer behind like a cryptic response, but it's pretty simple. No crushes in sight, and I ain't met no new human beings in the last month because I've been quarantined. I told you I just started getting my ass out the house. All right, let's see. Yo, did you delete your Facebook? Nah, son. They blocked me. I got blocked for 30 days. I got unblocked on like March 24th. Literally hadn't been on Facebook yet. Was in the gym working out from like 7 to 10. They unblocked me on March 24th at 10 o'clock p.m. And when I finished my workout around 10 o'clock, I went into the bathroom in the gym. Just had my compression tights on, and I took a little video, like just a flex video, not no likes, extra shit. Dick wasn't all to the front of my shit, and it was there because I got a dick, and I can't hide it completely unless I tuck it. But it wasn't like, it was definitely not no like you're doing that on purpose type shit going on, right? Just literally like a man in his Under Armour in the mirror showing his body after a workout. I posted this on Instagram, right? Well, I had my settings for Instagram to forward all my posts over to Facebook. So it sent my story over to my Facebook story. And somebody apparently doesn't see it for me. What happens. You get some haters and they be watching your shit, waiting. Somebody went and was like, bang, got him. And they must have reported the video. And because Facebook don't check a motherfucking thing, I got blocked for 30 more days. So I have not deleted my Facebook. I have simply been blocked for over 40 days now. And I believe I have another 20 days remaining to be in jail, maybe 21. So yeah, that's how that goes. When I get out of jail, I will be maintaining that I will do most of my live action from YouTube. Granted, I don't pull the same numbers on YouTube yet as I would if I did it on Facebook, so the engagement is a little slower. But we're just going to push through that, and eventually we'll get it right, you know? Because I can't deal with the whole like someone taking my ability to communicate away from me for 30 days at a time for dumb shit. So I just decided to kind of like start to navigate this shit on my own. All right, so nah, I'm not going. I'll be back in time. All right. So James Jones asked, if you found the right guy that was marriage material, would you bottom for him? Wow, James. Well, get out there, James. Get on out there, shall we? James said, I ain't got no time to waste. Let's get to the real shit. Sure, I would, James. Sure, I would. Sure, I would. I believe that when you find something worth keeping, you do what is necessary to keep it, as long as that does not, impede on honoring yourself or, putting yourself in some uncomfortable scenario. So, yeah. What up, Terrence Stinson? All right. Let's see. What up, AOQ? How have I been dealing with quarantine? Trying to maintain from pulling my hair out one day at a time, one day at a time. When are you going to do another cooking session at home? I did do one cooking, but it wasn't really like a real one. I think I was in the kitchen cooking spaghetti and I was talking trash and some things like that. I'm gonna do something soon. I'm probably gonna start doing some King Cooks. It won't be like Bitch Let's Dish, cause can't shit be like Bitch Let's Dish. There's only one thing like Bitch Let's Dish, and that is Bitch Let's Dish. But it'll just be, a thing where we might, have some cocktails conversation and cook dinner and tell you how to make it. You learn a little dinner recipe from the king. So we'll do that. We will be doing that. How does that sound, Stacy? What's the best way to gain confidence before you get the body of your dreams? Um, well, the first thing is just know. I know this is going to sound extra, but know who you are on the inside. Know that once you know that you're worth a lot on the inside, it's not about questioning yourself as much as wanting your external to reflect how you feel on the inside. You want to feel you look as good as you feel. So the first thing is to make sure that you are doing the internal work. The second thing is when you look in the mirror, you have to look at the things that are your pluses. Everybody has strengths and weaknesses on their body. So when you find out what are your pluses, then you're able to embrace them and you can build upon them versus looking at your fitness journey as an uphill battle. You look at yourself as improving on what's already good, and then you just want to change what you don't like, So that's like a simple answer. How's that sound? What exercises would you recommend for someone with a disability? I have cerebral palsy. What type of things are you trying to accomplish? Tell me that, Christina. Who do you want to work with? A musician I want to work with? It's going to sound random, but I would love to work with Janae Aiko. Little hip hop R&B vibe. I think that would be dope. Let me give some shout outs to some indie artists. How about that? I definitely want to and will work with an artist called Seven, SEVYN. He's dope. Actually has, a complimenting sound. I have worked with and would love to work with again Nina. Miss Nina. Never Ending Nina. Check her out as well. She's very talented, beautiful voice. Celebrity. Another celebrity. Wish Aaliyah was alive. I know that's like, but she's not. But I wish she was alive. I definitely would want to work with Aaliyah. I would love to make a track with Tupac if that could happen. Can't. I know, but I'd love to make a track with Tupac. Pharrell. Yeah, I would love to make a track with Pharrell. And of course, you could throw Ree up on anything. That voice is just gonna make the track butter. So throw Riri on there. What up, Ray Seven? Felicia, I miss you. I love you. One of my number one kingdom people of all time. Everybody say hello to Felicia. Hearts at you, girl. I know you like, where the hell this nigga been? He ain't replying to none of my stuff. Baby, I'm blocked up on the book. I've been seeing your messages. I reply in heart, but I appreciate your love. What are you doing when you're at your happiest? Creating. I'm creating when I'm at my happiness. My happiest. Creating things. Being productive, I'm at my happiest, but creating. That type of productivity. Music, some type of art, acting, if I'm doing some modeling in front of a camera, I'm at my happiest when I'm creating. Because you're doing something you love already, but then something else is going to come out of that. You know. How did I not say this one person? But I seen this question, so I might save their name. I'm about to read the question in a second. What's your belief? Do you think COVID-19 was made or nature? I have stayed out of that for right now because I need to make it out of COVID-19 before I start worrying about the conspiracy theories. I don't know. They said this Asian nigga ate a live bat. And I done seen some Asian people eat some strange live things. No offense to my Asian Americans. I'm not saying all Asian people. I have just seen some indigenous Asians eat some live things that I ain't eaten before. So I can believe that an Asian nigga might have ate a wild bat. I can believe that happened. Now, whether Corona came from it or not is up for debate, but that's what they say. So I'm just going to lean on the mountainside, okay? Now, if some reports start coming out later down the line, we're going to revisit this. We might make a live totally separate from everything else specifically for this. Hey, y'all, wait a minute. I got to say it again. If you're here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my page. Thank you for being here. We're doing a Q&A. Let's make it interesting. Let's make it hot. Don't be afraid. I don't bite, I'm an honest guy. I would love to be honest here. Ask me some questions, Thank y'all. I see some likes came in. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. All right, so let's see. Making my way downtown. Making my way. Hold on. I know you have not got your horoscope. I need them things, boy. Yes, I need them. I have a funny story about those horoscopes, Trey. I'll tell you in a little bit. Ask me as a question. What's your funny story about those horoscopes? And I'll come back to it when I get to that question. But you'll like this story. It's actually, everybody will like this story, I think. Okay. Name 5. All right, so this is from AOQ. Name 5 music artists you would love to collaborate with. And I'm low-key glad you're here on YouTube with low numbers because we got you all to ourselves. Well, this is true. This is definitely true. This is a perfect opportunity if you have wanted to, communicate one-on-one, or you try to get a word in and the comments is moving too fast and I always miss your comments. Here we are, folks. The numbers are lower. It'll happen a little easier for me to see exactly what you want to ask me and talk about. Take advantage of that before the shit grow. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of it. But still, like, share, and subscribe. Don't slow it down now. Don't you go slowing it down. Okay, so I think I did this, right? I named the 5 artists I would collaborate with. However, I want to add one to that, like I said earlier, and that would be Andre 3000. That is one of my all-time favorites as it relates to music. To me, Andre 3000 is the Prince of my time. He is the epitome of duality and owning both your masculine and feminine energies in the most delicate, beautiful way. Love him for it, So yeah, just wanted to share that. What are you doing for your birthday? Stacy, that is a great question. That is a great question that I don't have a great answer to. I already felt behind on planning my 30th birthday. Um, and then Corona really like slowed me up because like the last thing I'm trying to do is make any plans and be disappointed that I made plans because of Corona. You know what I'm saying? So I've been just sitting duck about it, like waiting this out. I really don't know what I'm gonna do for my birthday. I have no idea, and it's kind of a big one to like have no idea. Yeah, it's kind of like your transition from being a boy to a man, or like a young adult to a full adult. You know? Yeah, I gotta figure that out, Stace. I gotta figure that out. Bo said, "What's your IG?" Bo, my IG is King David's World. Wait, chat viewing. All messages are visible. Okay, perfect. Oh, wait, that's crazy. Okay, well, I'm glad I changed that setting. I didn't have all my comments visible. All right. It's King David's World. KVNGDAVIDSWORLD. World. King David's World. Just King spelled with a V instead of an I. KVNG. Okay. I always have trouble figuring out what's the simplest way to explain that to people. Um, let's see. Long time. So this is from Robert Taylor. It says long time fan. Are y'all through shooting for the season of Triangle? Well, one, Robert, thank you for your support. Um, and no, the season of Triangle is still going. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Caesar sent out a recent message saying that they were slowing the filming schedule down because of the predicament that we're in. But they will still be releasing the episodes slowly. So yeah, it's still going. It's still going. Ah, yikes! Sorry. Um, let's see. James Jones said you would be epic with Brandy. Come on, Brandy. I would definitely mean it's Brandy. Definitely. Would you recommend T25 to maintain muscle mass while the gym is closed? I'm actually not familiar with what that is, John Steffens. What is that? What's up, Nick Williams? Some more Kingdom in the building. See my Kingdom folks in here. Trey is Kingdom too. King, you and me need to do an album together. I'm still waiting to hear your music, sir. How you trying to do an album with me and you ain't got your own music out? How I know that our sounds even work together if I ain't heard what you sound like? I gotta see what you sound like, sir. Get to work. Get creating. Would you rather, this is from AOQ, would you rather do acting on a primetime television show or would you rather do big budget Hollywood films? I would rather do big Hollywood films. I would rather do the big Hollywood films because that means that when each role is done, you get to move on to something new and refreshing. You're not stuck playing the same role, and it can save you from being typecast as that character or being recognized as that character. I think when you continuously do movies that are different and you play different people start to know your name as an actor. You stop being the guy from Joanna Man and you become your name. You become Will Smith because you've done this and this and this and this and this and this and this. So you're not the guy from iRobot. You're not the guy from Wild Wild West. You're Will Smith. You understand? So I would definitely prefer to do different movies all the time. Plus, from a creative perspective, I like my work environment changing. Um, but in another world, I would be totally okay with being on a long-standing sitcom because that is a guarantee of a paycheck because you staying employed for years if you're continuously, um, you know, on that TV show. So yeah, that's how that works. And I guess if you guys stay on air long enough and you gain enough popularity through the show, then you have the opportunity to potentially cross over into movies. Like people from The Office are doing movies now. Like the black girl from The Office is on um, Bad Moms, and she's doing a great job. So there are different ways, but I prefer to do the big movies. What's up, Kenneth Bell? Kenneth Bell. What up, Corey? Corey Lewis. The Andrew Blalock said, "Are you still talking to the young dude that left you in movies?" I am not. I haven't spoken to that dude in a long time, actually. It's been quite a while. Quite a while. No beef though. Ain't no beef. Let's see. What's the funny story about the horoscope? You asked. Hold on, save that one, Trey, because that's actually like that's a whole story. That's a whole story. What is your preference, seeing that you've been with a man and a woman? Great question, right? I don't have a preference. I have different things that I like about each gender. And with true honesty, I think sometimes it can be hard for people to process what that means or what that looks like or what that, how that translates. Um, I enjoy the equivalence of having another male partner. In that dynamic, I am able to find a partner who is my equal, and the responsibility is split as far as it is of like making one another feel safe or protected, cared for, provided for, spoiled, whatever. It's more of a 50-50 split in that scenario. Versus with a woman, it's a different dynamic. In that environment, what it is about being with a woman, there's some, and I don't want this to sound like surface, but there is something like spiritual about how a woman makes you feel when she loves you. It's something like it's like she looks up to you. Men are very ego driven creatures. God made us that way. And the interaction with a woman, it has that ability to fulfill that sense of who you are in this unique way. Her sensitivities, her vulnerabilities, they make you stand up in a unique way and have to be more sensitive and more, which any relationship makes you stand up in those ways to be conscious to your partner, but it's just a different dynamic. Yeah, but it's like the difference between like, I don't know. But yeah, so that's one thing that I would say. Now, if you go to physicalities, um, I would say that I'm drawn more to the male physique than the female physique. Um, However, I'm drawn to the female organs. Like I like vaginas. Um, and people have asked me before, would you be attracted to a trans man? And I was like, yeah, actually, that sounds ideal for me as it relates to that because you get the anatomy of a man and the vagina of a woman. Does that mean that I'm not attracted to the physicality of a woman? Absolutely not. I definitely am attracted to the physicality of a woman, but just when you ask a preference, what draws me more? The physicality of a man, I'm more attracted to. With my women, I like my women to be slim. I like them to be petite up top, small titties, nice little fat butt, tight waist, tight lower back. Those are my things, and I like nice, legs, and a little bit of meat on your legs. But yeah, so there's that for a breakdown, so somebody can psychoanalyze my answer and decide, what that means. Andre 3000 is iconic. Just wish him and Erica collab more. You and me both, but I mean for obvious reasons that might be more complicated than we would like it to be, being as though that they are baby mama and baby daddies to one another. You sent it? Thank you, Trey. I'll check it. I had to push my B-Day plans back too. I'm 4-1. Happy belated birthday, Real Madhouse, but I made the best of it. What'd you end up doing? What do you look for in a guy physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, economically? I look for someone who's stable. I typically am drawn to people doing better than me. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't date somebody who is doing, less, who is doing less. What, I don't know how to put that. Who isn't doing as well as I am, or isn't, or is my equals. Not saying I wouldn't date either of those two people, but I do typically date people who are doing better than me. I just like to look up to my partner, have some admiration. And that's an area I'm focused on, so I love the idea of being able to learn from them in that way. I look for honesty. I look for someone who is my equivalent match. I do not want to be someone's, leader or someone's follower. I want us to lead together and be actual equals. Um, let's see, emotionally. Someone with emotional intelligence. I don't need you to be perfect, but you have to have emotional intelligence. And you have to have emotional maturity in order for me to be with you. And you have to understand me without it being super difficult. Like, it shouldn't be rocket science for you to know how to deal with me when I'm angry, because that may signify that we aren't compatible for one another, and that's why it requires so much effort for us to get it right with one another. I think that I do believe successful relationships should be simple. They're the easiest ones, are the best relationships for you to be in, that require the least amount of work. If you're having to do too much work in a relationship, changing and fixing shit, it's not the one for you. Um, let's see, did I answer all those parts? Spiritually, someone who believes in God. Um, Someone who is more spiritual than religious would be ideal. I do come from a religious background. What's up, babe? I do come from a religious background. However, I'm more spiritual. I'm more open minded about, how God operates and works in the universe versus just by, the standard, straightforward version of Christian faith. I'm open to the idea that the Buddhists can go to heaven and Muslims can go to heaven and Hindus can go to heaven, and it's not based off of one faith. So I need someone who is spiritually rooted, who operates by moral and faith, but at the same time has an open mind. All right. Hey, King David, how you doing tonight, sir? I'm better now that I'm here with y'all. I've been super bored. I was laying around not doing anything, but now I feel like I'm actually doing something. We're talking here, so that's good. What is your favorite food? I have a few, but I love chicken parm. It's one of my favorite things to eat, chicken parmesan. T25 workout program from Sean T, similar to Insanity, a 25-minute workouts. It may be good. I think you asked about maintaining mass. I know with mass, you definitely want to try to get some weights in. You don't want to do too much calisthenic and cardio, depending on your body type. So if you are an ectomorph or a hard gainer, a skinny guy, then you don't want to overdo your cardio. You don't want to keep your heart rate up too high throughout your whole workout. Um, and if you can't get to weights, choose some, like, strong resistance things like pull-ups, push-ups, and things of that nature. And you can variate your push-ups to angles by doing them on an incline or a decline, or different things like that. But you really want to push your muscle over your heart rate if you are an ectomorph. Now, if you're a mesomorph, which is a typically athletic type, someone who can gain or lose weight pretty easily, then in that case, doing something like T25 would be fine, because you are a person that has no trouble maintaining muscle and losing fat or doing anything with composition shifting. So I'm not fearing you dropping too much weight in the course of you trying to build new muscle. So for a mesomorph, that would probably be ideal, because you're going to get that perfect balance of both. If you are a endomorph, which is a person who is a hard loser or a heavier person, then that's ideal for you as well, because it's going to keep your heart rate up through the entire workout. And cool. So, but the only person that should be concerned about choosing to do those types of workouts while you guys are forced at home are the ectomorphs. You guys want to try to do something a little bit more muscular focused. You don't want to be doing too much cardio and jumping all around for your workout unless it is muscularly focused. So something like box jumps or squat jumps is cool because that is creating a strong contraction in your quads, hamstrings, and glutes every time you land into that squat. That's going to be different than doing something like high knees and, you know, I'm trying to think of simple stuff that everybody would know, like jumping jacks and burpees. That's not going to be ideal for you. Okay? So let's see. Where am I at in the questions? Okay, bang. Hi, King David. What up, DD Kelly76? Are you still talking to the guy from Valentine's Day? Stacy, I'm not. I have not spoken to the young man. He's reached out to me several times, even texted me today. I just, part of me wants to reach out and respond because I don't hate them. I still think that they're a great guy. They just didn't do a great job of making me feel like I needed to feel. And it just really left a feeling that I've still been sifting through. So, no, I haven't spoken to them. I guess if the door is still open and they're even receptive to what I have to say or if me talking to them when I'm ready to talk, then I'll take the opportunity and I'll reach out and, say, I'm sorry I haven't responded. I needed time. I hope things are well with you. But at the current time, I haven't really said anything back. I just kind of like chilled out. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Next comment is from Lexus Wilson. She said, I got a chance to meet you in NYC at the Queens Supreme Court brunch, and you were so sweet and so warm. I was so nervous, and you were so sweet. Keep being awesome. I got to sleep. All right. Good night, Lexus. It was a pleasure. I'm glad that I gave you a warm embrace when I met you. That's important to me. So much love to you, and good night. Get some rest. I'll talk to you later. All right. Let's see where we at with it. Chris said, La La Land. I answered you, but I don't know if you saw my reply though. Let me scroll up, Chris. I ain't see it. Let me scroll on up for you. Mostly upper body strength. Grab some dumbbells, try some curls. I don't know what your range of motion is, but try some slight movements going overhead, straight up. You can bring them around to the center. You can do bicep curls like this. If you're able to lay down and control those weights, you can just bring them up. Try to do low weights so that, if you have any rocking or you have trouble, getting like some stability with them, that you aren't putting yourself in any danger of dropping anything heavy, something that is really easy to manage. And just keep your reps high and build your muscle strength that way is how I would start. And as you continue to do that, if I'm not mistaken, you'll begin to build a little bit more control over those movements with time. Maybe not as fast as the average person, but over time you'll gain more control with it. And then you may be able to challenge yourself a little bit farther, taking those weights up slowly. But just be careful with your angles and things like that. Was that helpful? I hope it was. If not, let me know it wasn't helpful. And I'll make sure that I get more information and I come back to you with a more helpful answer. Let's see. Do you think that the coronavirus is a good deterrent to stop people from having sex? No. No. I have not been hornier any day of my life. I think with all these hours in the day, there's something, just keep thinking about the fact that there's nothing else to do but have sex. Like, you're literally stuck in the house. What you gonna do? So no, I don't think it's going to be a deterrent. Do I think it slows people down from maybe having a bunch of random sex? Maybe. If that's what they were into to begin with. But no, I think that as long as your sexual partner ain't been coughing lately, that they the safest thing you got in this time of need, and you're gonna take full advantage of having them. So, yeah. I do think, however, it's a great time to be productive and get things done. And I also think that if your house is dirty right now, not you've been living in it in the last day and you ain't go back and clean up the kitchen. If your house is dirty, you're dirty. You're dirty, my nigga. You're a dirty nigga because you're stuck at home, my nigga. You got to look at your house all day. You are not too busy. You don't have nowhere to be. And your shit's still dirty, nigga. You talking about you bored. Grab a broom. Grab a mop. So all of our houses should be clean in some form or fashion at this point. My nigga, I done scrubbed my walls. Okay? When the last time you scrubbed your... I don't scrub no fucking walls. I scrubbed my walls. Okay, so we should all have clean homes. We should all be caught up on paperwork and to-do lists and everything else. Take this opportunity where you're forced to be home and use it, that when you're back on the streets and you have your freedom, it'll benefit you in some way that we were stuck in the house. It wouldn't have just been this 4 weeks that you was bored. You actually will have accomplished something. I'm currently revisiting my first album as one of the things I'm doing, and I'm remixing all the songs because I didn't like the mixing on my first album, which was called Price of a Crown. Um, Many of you who have been following me long enough have heard that album and have it. But it had got pulled off of iTunes last year, not any fault of mine, but because the distributor who I had went through somehow lost their distributing rights. I was using Wix Music, so I had to switch over to TuneCore, and I had to re-upload all my stuff. I just chose not to re-upload Price of a Crown because there were certain things that just were wearing me from the mixing. So I wanted to remix it so that at least people could listen to it and take it more straightforward from the music and give it the best foot forward. It still won't be perfect from the sound because it's working with the audio files and what I was working with from then, but I want to make it the best that it can be and then put it back out. So that's one thing you can look forward to. My first album will be back available on my streaming platforms within the next few weeks. As soon as I get it mixed, I'll be putting it up online and we're good to go. All right. But do some productive shit in the house, y'all. Do something that you've been saying that you've been wanting to do, but ain't have time for. What y'all talk about in these comments? How about a coming out story in the first time talking about it? Or you want the tease? How about you want the tease? Oh, it's about that time. Hey guys, make sure if you are here right now that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, that it may grow, that more people may be here, that my numbers will look good, and I have people on my live videos so that I may continue to feel confident in going live when I have something to say, knowing that it won't be crickets and I'll be here by myself answering my own questions, because that's no fun. So like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. All right, back to it. I gotta do that every so often, y'all. Bay told me I gotta do it. Right, Bay? All right, so now, how about a coming out story and your first time talking about me? This will be fun. I'm gonna try to make it quicker than longer, but I'm long-winded if you haven't noticed. Okay, my coming out story. So, all right, my coming out story. I'm gonna give you the part of it, not the coming out to the family, but I'm gonna give you when I first discovered gay. All right, so it's school year 11th grade. I'm on MySpace. My mom was super fucking strict, and I was the only child, and she would fucking hawk on me. Okay. Um. Oh yeah. Somebody said also share the video. Share the video too. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Bay, share my video so your subscribers know I'm live too. Tell them hoes come up over here. Come get some of Bay. So yeah. All right. So I was in my junior year. I was 16. I'm on MySpace. My mom is strict. I'm not even supposed to have a MySpace. She found out I had one twice before, told me to delete him, and this time I was gonna get in a lot of trouble if I made another one. So I was being careful. I also technically was not allowed to be on the computer when she wasn't home. Did I mention my mom was fucking strict? She was playing fucking games. Bitch, I was 16 years old. What was wrong with... Anyway, she's better now. So I'm 16 years old. I'm not supposed to be on the computer. She literally had a way where she would lock the internet on the computer. Like, I could turn the computer on, but in order to get on the internet, you had to enter an additional password when you clicked on the browser. So I got smart and I started watching her type it in over her shoulder whenever I would need her to put it in. So I figured it out, right? So I would sneak and get on. Now, one of these days I snuck and got on MySpace, okay? I'm up on MySpace and I happen to see this boy, because what I would do is, my little sneak gay ass, what I'm doing is, I'm curious. I want to know what gay niggas look like. Is they out here? Where is they at? Okay, because I don't know none. Apparently, they don't exist. So I went on MySpace, and MySpace settings used to be able to, put your orientation. So I would change the orientation to gay, males between the ages of this and this, and I would search it. And I would just get my kicks off of looking at gay niggas' pages. I would just go through their pages and look at their pictures, and look at their pictures, and look at their pictures. Write messages and shit like that. So boom! I ain't writing no messages. I'm lying. I would just look. I wasn't writing messages yet. But boom, I'm on this boy pictures, right? And I see this watermark in the corner of his picture. And it say BGC Live. And I'm like, what's that? So I typed the shit in, right? And y'all know what BGC Live is if you old enough and you black. Hell, maybe even if you're not black, you might know what BGC Live is. But it's Black Gay Chat, right? So when I get here, now this is 2006, okay? Now y'all think back to 2006. It was hard to find porn on the internet for free at this point. Like niggas was still asking you to pay $1 for the first day's free subscription. Then they was going, remember that shit when you had to have a credit card and even to get on the porn sites? But this was way before Pornhub, XTube, all of that, okay? So the same applied for dating sites. I had no idea of a free dating site. My only access that I knew about was to get on, what was it, the Something Monkey, the party line that you could get on. That was the only access I had and record, hey, what up, this your boy. I'm 5'11", brown skin, nice teeth, you know, all that dumb shit you used to have to do. Beep, all of that. So when I came across BGC Live and I realized this shit is free and it's specifically Black Gay Chat, I was like, my God. So that was the start, right? I just had to get, that's the preface to this story, right? So now I have access to the niggas. So now I start talking to them on BGC. By the middle of this year, I start fucking. This is, you know, actually I think I had met up once off of the party line before BGC. Yeah, I had my first experience before that. But I ain't know no peoples, right? So anyway, I'm on BGC. I'm actually communicating with people. I meet this guy on BGC. I think he's so cute, right? So I start chatting with him. So somehow from there, me and him end up actually having like a strong connection. We start talking on the phone all the time. Young shit. We 17. This when you still got time to be wasting your hours and shit because you still got a whole lot of life left. You ain't thinking about the rest of your 20s. So we was talking on the phone and shit. So eventually we met. He was a real feminine dude. I never forget the first time I went to walk in this nigga house, it was a girl sitting on her porch right outside next door to him. And I had to walk up on the porch and she knew where I was going and I was going to go see his gay ass. And I knew she was going to clock me if she see me coming up the steps. And it was the most terrifying fucking thing in the world. I dead ass felt my knees buckling. I was lightheaded. I had butterflies in my stomach and my heart was pounding. Oh my God. The things that we feel when we are young and hot in our sexuality. Jesus. So I remember going in this house, we chill, whatever. I started coming over here. Now, from here, I got comfortable with him. He became my little boyfriend, right? I would sneak over there. Remember, my mom was strict. So I used to have the car. She had a little Lexus RX 300 truck that she was her second car. She would let me drive that to go work, right? This made all the gays be like, oh, Dave got money. Mind you, I didn't have shit, okay? Because I was fucking 17. But I would be driving this car. So I would sneak and I would go see this boy. I would tell my mom that I was still lifeguarding. I used to be a lifeguard. I would tell her I was still lifeguarding and some shit came up. Somebody shit in the pool, or I gotta check the pH levels before I go, or something. And then that would turn into an extra hour and a half or two of me being out. But I would just leave early, so I really had like 3-4 hours, and I would go be with this boy, okay? So now one night, I'm on the phone with this boy. This then turned into a goddamn story time from one fucking question. Told y'all I'm long-winded. So I done got on the phone with this boy this one night, and he on the phone with his other friend, another boy like him, a feminine boy, right? And that boy was on the phone with this other dude, a masculine DL dude, like I was at the time, right? So they chatting it up. We all talking on four-way, right? Now this is 2017 at this point, all right? This is the summer of 2007. I mean, 2007. It's the summer of 2007. So how does this go? Okay, yes. So we all on four-way. We all on a four-way. And me and the DL dude is like kind of like starting to make like a connection, like a bro-me type shit. Not no romance shit, but like we broing. Like, okay, like you like me. This is like surprising somebody like me in this environment. I'm feeling comfortable. So they talking about this little gay event that they going to at Applebee's on Friday or whatever. Somebody having some little party or something, like a birthday party at Applebee's. Like people going there, whatever. and they talking about they going. So then they like, would y'all come? So at first we like, man, we ain't that gay shit, brother. I don't know about that, homie. So then by the end of like the conversation, it was vibing and me being like, oh boy, cool as shit. It was like, yo, bro, all right, well, if you go, I'll go. And I was like, all right, for real, you trying to do that? He like, yeah, if you go, I'll go. I feel comfortable if you there. Like, I got somebody to be with. And I was like, all right, cool. Fuck it, I'ma go. So now I finally done mustered the courage to take my ass around gay people and be around a whole group of gay people in public. But I'm thinking, okay, old boy gonna be there. At least I had like, like a little cushion. So, my little shorty like, oh, you coming still? Yeah, I'm coming. Everybody's still coming? Yeah, everybody's still coming playing salon. All right, I see you tonight. So I show up, I'm nervous as fuck, right? So I get in there and I do not see dude. I don't know what dude look like, but I know it's not none of these people. Because everybody in here look gay. This ain't the nigga I was on the phone with. None of these niggas is the nigga I was on the phone with. So where the fuck is he at? All right, so now I'm real uncomfortable because I'm here by myself. Then I see my little boyfriend. Now I'm like cornered by him because like he's the only protection I got. He not helping me feel safer in the sense of feeling straight or not being clocked because he gay as fuck. But I'm here with him, so I'm not alone, right? So, boom. Time goes on. The party gets toward the end. Like, I'm real quiet. Oh, let me add, bang. How about the fact that my sister, I have a sister who's 3 years older than me, right? And we went to school together, like grade school. We went to a school that went from from first grade up to 8th grade. So we was in school from 3rd grade up until she graduated, okay? During the course of this time, she had this best friend that was this real flamboyant boy, okay? Everybody knew he was going to be gay. Everybody knew he was going to be gay. It was just that. So when he came out, it was no surprise. It was like, you finally accepted who you were. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that when I get in this place, he's there? He has known me since the 3rd grade. He's best friends with my sister. I'm in this gay party with him. But here's the catch-22. He ain't seen me since I was in 6th grade. So he don't know what I look like as an adult or a mature teenager. That's 6 years difference. 11 till fucking 17. So I recognize him, but he ain't recognized me yet. So I'm like, I don't know if he recognized me or not. So all I remember is walking up to him, eventually taking a deep breath and walking up to him, being like, yo, listen. So do you recognize me? I don't know if you recognize me or not, but I'm Chantel's brother. Please don't tell her you saw me here. My sister's messy. No, she's messy. Please don't tell her you saw me here. Because I knew she would have told. So he like, I'm not going to say nothing, whatever. Cool. Now, moving along, I'm giving you a long version, but fuck it. This is what this live shit's for, right? So, moving right along. So, now the party is ending. Like, we coming downstairs. Mind you, my boyfriend had, like, dipped off somewhere at some point and was like, he'd be right back. But he never came back. So now I'm here by myself. I'm like looking around, waiting for him. So I'm standing out there looking dumb, and everybody know that I'm not with nobody because I love the eyeball who didn't know nobody the whole party. So one of the hosts, the person who partied was Randy, who became my gay uncle later, walked up to me. And this is just so funny how timing works. And like some people are just put there for like a moment to do the rest. But he's like, where your friend went? And I was like, I don't know. He said he like would be right back, but he's not here. Mind you, at this point, if y'all know Philly, I'm on 15th, at the 15th Street, at the Applebee's on 15th Street, okay? He said that he would be right back. Turns out he walked around to 13th Street being a young faggot, and it's around 13th Street, stalling me while he just out there living his life, walking around, talking to people and socializing. So at this point, the people who, asked was I okay, Randy and these other people are like, well, we don't want you standing out here by yourself. Come with me. Now, pause. I told y'all my mom was strict as fuck, right? Okay. So at this point, I didn't mention that I had snuck out the house, okay? Yeah. Because see, the thing about me is I'm going to do what I want to do, okay? Because I'm a Gemini and I'm stubborn and I won't be controlled, and that's just the way I am. God made me like that. I'm sorry, okay? So it was really hard controlling me as a child. So you either going to work with me and give me some reasonable structure, or if you want to be extreme, I'm just going to have to break these rules and take the ass whipping because I'm going to live. So I snuck out. She realized I wasn't home. She started telling me when I get there, she going to whoop my ass in the whole nine and whoop-de-whoop. My mom used to get bucked. So At this point, I'm like, well, bitch, I'm caught. She's acting a fucking fool. So what the fuck am I gonna rush home to go deal with that for? I might as well enjoy myself. I'm finna stay out. So they like come with us. So I'm like, fuck it. I don't got nowhere to go. I might as well go with them and drink and just burn some time till the morning. So they end up telling me, let's walk. We end up walking around to 13th Street. Now look, y'all. The most gay thing I ever seen was BGC Live in a MySpace orientation search. I have never, ever seen a bunch of gay men, black gay men, all in one place, all different faces, shades and shapes, and June 10th, Stacy. But it was all kind of men out here, masculine, feminine, in between, tall, short, black, light, thick, skinny, like red, blue, chocolate, vanilla, cherry, all kind of shit out here. And I just was amazed. Like my mind exploded when I turned the corner and saw all of this. And I asked him, I turned back with these wide eyes. And I was like, all these people are gay? And he was like, yup. And that is literally my coming out story, because that is the start of everything. That guy who ended up telling me to come with them ended up becoming my gay uncle. And from that day forward, and one of his friends that was with them asked to be my gay dad. That's how he became my uncle, because his friend asked to be my dad that night. He's like, I want you to be my son. I didn't really know what that was, and he kind of explained it, and I was like, okay. And we all exchanged information, and they kept calling me, and we started hanging out, and this became like my home niche for years. And these people really did like look out for me, and help me build some like confidence in my sexuality and all that good shit. Shout out to Randy, Chris, and Lance, wherever y'all are in the world right now. They were much older than me, maybe like 5, 6, and 7 years older than me. So they were like grown, like 24 and 25 at the time. And I was just this young, dumb kid, but they had my back. But that ultimately led to me coming out to my mom. Once I had that like group, once I had those people behind me, I had this family, I started like actually having some like backing to who I was. So, very short question you asked that turned into a very long answer on my behalf, but yeah. Now let's get back to the comments. What time is it where you at? It looks so bright, but you must have a bright lamp or something. Yeah, I got a bright lamp. It's nighttime. It's probably like after midnight now. What's up, Phoenix, Jewel? What up, Resurrection Power? Bae, this baby crying. Come get this baby. Maddie, can you stop? Yo, he the only one I've been with, Anthony. She is crazy. What up, lovely lady? My crush likes someone else. Should I leave her alone? Yeah, I think that if your crush isn't showing interest in you, you shouldn't force it. And I think if you try to force it, then you could kill all chances of that ever being a thing. People don't respond to, people in general will not respond to, being like smothered or having their hand forced in any way. So the best thing to do is just to provide that person the space to either realize who you are and your value, or just not see you in that way and you recognize it and just move accordingly. But yeah, if you realize that they're not even focused on you, especially if they're just willing to communicate that they have a crush on someone else, I don't know if that's the case, but if they're willing to communicate that they do have a crush on someone else, it probably signifies that they see you as a friend and not anything more. Let's see. Wow, so if you're not feeling someone, you don't tell them, you leave them on red. Nice to know. The Andrew, you have to go inform yourself. You were reading out of turn, my friend. You would have had to watch my Valentine's Day live to understand what that question that person was asking me was, and then what my answer was in response. So there's that. That's that on that. If you had a one night stand, who would it be with? I don't know. A one night stand? That's kind of lame. I don't want nothing that's so good, and I can only hit it once. So nothing. I want to hit it again, and again, and again, and again. Okay, let's see. Where'd that comment go? King David, I also met you at the New York City brunch last year when Mama Maddie had her amazing brunch and live show in the Bronx. You two look so amazing together. Well, thank you, Vashti7. I truly appreciate it. Did we take a picture together? Did you come to the photo booth? Maddie, oh, that's not to me. Besides Will Smith, who are your top 5 black male actors? Mekhi Phifer. Um, hmm, um, well, I can't think of his name right now. I got his face in my head. Um, I can't think of his name, but I'll move along. Lorenz Tate, I really like Lorenz Tate as an actor. I think he's supernatural and smooth, and yeah. Um, mm, Aside from the other one I'm thinking, I can't do it. Michael B. Jordan is definitely not a favorite of mine. I don't think Michael B. Jordan is a great actor at all. I think Michael B. Jordan is a image and household name from good PR and the roles that he's been in. But I don't think he's an exceptional actor. I think he actually acts kind of blank, like he doesn't fully commit or hasn't been taught yet to go all the way there. I don't think he went all the way there for Black Panther. I think he was literally the weakest link of the Black Panther movie, honestly. Um, but yeah, I can't answer the 5. I can't answer the 5. Not off the top. I would have to really sit and go back and be like, who are black actors? Because of course you don't get black actors that become as popularized as the white actors because they aren't offered as many roles. So it's hard for me to just spit off the top 5 of my favorite black actors. I can name 5 black actors, but I feel like I wouldn't be answering honestly who were my top 5. But I know Mekhi Phifer is in that 5. Lorenz Tate is in that 5. And Will Smith will be, but we're excluding him, so there's 3 slots left. So ask me later. I used to get on that party line in the middle of the night while my parents were asleep. Listen, I did too. I snuck out my bedroom window one time to go meet somebody when I was 16. And we had sex in the bushes, the woods bushes. It wasn't quite deep in the woods, but we started walking into them and it just was full of trees. And I think they were over 18. You know, some of these things you go back and you be like, hmm, yeah. Um, what's up, Jerlyn Evans from Jacksonville, Florida? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, God willing? I see myself even further in the fields that I'm in now, with acting, with music, with personality work, and I definitely see myself owning property within the next 5 years. That's actually something that I'm working on getting started with right now, starting to get into that field. 5 years. What has to happen in 5 years? 5 years. I see myself buying my first permanent residence in 5 years. Permanent, temporary, permanent. Not my final residence, but the one that'll be the first one I own. Either a condominium or a house. Haven't decided yet, but separately from my business investments, my property investments, I see myself owning my own home within that 5 year period. Um, I'm 30 years old, so within the next 5 years to 7, I won't force it, but I see myself starting a family as well. I know financially I know what my financial plan is for the next 5 years for sure. I know what I want. So yeah. First time at the club, my sister's best friend's brother was a security guard. I almost died. Did he keep your secret, Bo? What's up, Corey? Corey Lewis. What's up, Mo Love 67? What happens with the bodies when they die of the virus? I'm not sure. I think they've been like I read some report that at one hospital they had run out of space for him in the morgue and we're storing him in like a tractor. I don't know how true that is. Hey Zena Faye, what about Denzel? Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, Denzel, throw him on there. Throw him on there. Morris isn't one of my favorites, but Morris is a good actor. I have nothing bad to say about him. Tay Diggs is one of my favorites. Oh yeah, Tay. Tay's good. Um, all right, since I'm getting to the bottom of the questions. All right, almost done here, folks. We're 65 minutes in. Seems like being here a good time. All right, so hi, King. This is from Daniel Escamilla. Hi, King David. Loved you and Honest Men. Your acting skills are excellent. I really think you're ready for mainstream. Stay safe. Love you lots. Thank you very much, Daniel. There's a few things I'd like to verse myself in. Not that I will disagree with you and say I'm not ready, because I certainly feel ready to tackle that. I'm confident enough, and you know, but I would like to definitely continue to improve my skills. There's so much more left, and I'm aware of that. I just want to make that known that I don't think I'm there just because you say I'm good at acting. But I take that compliment, you know, very close to heart, and I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to become even better of an actor for you in the very near future. How about that? Um, what is the freakiest thing that you have ever done sexually? You can name one, but please share as much as you want. The freakiest thing I've done sexually is pray to God. That's the freakiest thing I've done sexually. It's not, but I'm not going to go into that right now at the end of the live. Gosh, you really wanted to go there, AOQ. Did you ever have a fight? Oh, you've had plenty of fights. I actually was a boxer, so I've had professional fights or amateur. I wasn't a professional, but I've had, organized fights, and I've also had fights in real life. But I haven't fought since what's my last fight? 22, 23. I ain't fought in a long time. Haven't had to fight. And I'm too grown for it now. And I gotta protect his face, because I feel like the niggas who would want to fight me, I know where they aiming at. They like, I'm gonna show this nigga. So no, homie, you ain't slicing me up. You ain't marking me up. None of that shit. Now we'll handle mine, best believe. But is that my first thing? Nah. I use my brain. There's other ways, better ways to get a motherfucker together. All right, folks. Y'all getting bugged. I'm not about to answer these toe-sucking questions. What's up, K. Millie the God? All right, y'all. It's your friend King David. I've enjoyed our little question segment. We'll do this again sometime soon. We're going to work our way through all the different things that we'll be doing on here. Maybe sometime over the next week or so, we'll do our King Cooks episode. So I can get a hang of how that'll work, right? Start to get a hang of it. Start playing around with the concept. All right, y'all. It's your friend King David. Have a blessed, positive, productive, and last but certainly not least, encouraged evening. It has been a pleasure talking to you as always. Again, remember, if you are not already, make sure you have liked, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe to this video. And please, if you would be a dare, do share. All right, that's how we spread the word, help this continue to grow. The more people we get on here at any given time, the more interesting the dialogue becomes, because we have more input. And that's motivating for me as the person standing in front of a camera sharing my bare soul with all of you folks. The more the merrier, all right? So please, again, like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's your friend King David. Deuces.